Okay, hi, my name is Dagmar Oktapsova and I'm a clairvoyant spiritual healer. And today I have with me over here Dina, my one of my clients who's been coming to me for several sessions now. And she's going to share with you her experience with the whole healing process so that you may understand a little bit about it and so that you may know what it's involved or how somebody else feels about it. So anyway, Dina, why did you decide to come to me in the first place?
Well, I felt like I was walking in mud with my life. Like there was brick walls in front of me, no matter where I went and what I did. No matter what I did, it just brick walls. No matter what I did, and I was walking in mud. So
Okay.
it just
So how did you end up picking me over anybody else out there?
well, it was one of the fairs that I went to, and we had a session there, and I just felt like a connectedness with you, like you had a light, and that you could help me.
Okay.
That's how I always pick my healers. There's always a connection to that
Okay.
healer and their power, and you definitely have a power.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And so, what was your healing experience like with me? I mean, you had a number of sessions with me now. How would you describe your healing experience?
Well, the first couple sessions or so, before I hit about the fifth session, I didn't see a lot of progress. It felt like there was a beginning of an awakening, but I just couldn't feel it until about the fifth session, and then I started seeing things just wide open, just break right wide open, and started seeing progress. And so I would definitely recommend going definitely more than one session, because there's just no way you can heal all the layers that you need to heal in one session.
And how many sessions have you had so far?
I've had 12 sessions.
12 sessions. Okay. And when did you begin to notice like a real big shift? I mean, which session? I mean, how many sessions did it take for you to actually feel a big shift?
Well, I felt different shifts in different areas of my life. So the fifth session, I started seeing shifts in my job and how my boss treated me more respectfully. I think maybe his vibration changed at that point. But then I would have
Well,
to
it
say
was
the
more
biggest.
like maybe your vibration changed.
Well, yeah, my vibration and how I treated him, and maybe how he, how that
Right.
changed. That dynamic just seemed to change somehow.
But
after
you're
that.
saying his behavior changed towards you as
Yeah,
well.
it definitely. My behavior, I thought, stayed the same.
Okay. Interesting how that is.
Yeah, exactly. It was like I was attracting some different behavior from him.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes.
I would have to say the biggest shift is probably around session 10 is when I really saw big changes in my life, where I was applying for jobs, and I was getting on average 7 interviews a week, and I was hardly applying anywhere, and recruiters were calling me constantly, and it just seemed like I was attracting all of this stuff, and all I had to do was ask the universe for, just tell the universe this is what I wanted, and it just came.
So it's almost like you opened up floodgates spiritually.
Yeah,
So you were
that's-
allowing things to come to you now.
And I
as a
was
result
doing
of
nothing
time.
different. I was asking the universe before I saw you, and it just took up until about session 10, and then finally it just opened the floodgates, and I was like, well, I'm doing the same things, but now it's different. So
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much impact spiritually there is, and we don't realize.
yeah,
We think we can affect things in a physical realm, but we keep doing, like you said, you're doing the same thing, having different results just because we shifted energies within you.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
kind of like the secret. The secret works better for me now. The same techniques work better for me now that I've had these sessions. It just seems like I don't understand it, but everything that I used to do is now working.
Right, where before it didn't. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
That's because, yes, we do have actually blocks that we create or have as a result of unresolved experiences. And when we remove those, then suddenly those things work when we ask for things and things flow where before they didn't. So, yeah. it's
Yeah, it
actually
definitely feels like the brick wall that I was banging my head against is gone.
great.
So.
Awesome. Well, very good. Now, also tell me, I get quite a few people sometimes that think that perhaps the spiritual healing is only a temporary type solution. Because, I mean, let's face it, we have so many temporary, things out there, or solutions out there that fix it for a day and then you're back to the same old, same old. How do you feel about the healings? Do you feel like they've been temporary for you, like things have come back, or do you feel like the shift has been actually permanent for you?
Oh, it's definitely, it feels like a permanent shift. It doesn't feel like when I was going to the chiropractor, I'd be pain, fix a little bit, and then a week later I'd be ready to just run back in the office and get fixed again. It always felt like a temporary fix, and it felt like our sessions were making the chiropractic movement work better for me as well. So no, I definitely don't think that it's temporary. When we shifted, my boss's response to me, it felt like it was permanent. Like he was always acting like that. Every day I was feeling like I would come back in and he'd start treating me the same way again, but he never did. He was always respectful and calm with me, and wasn't treating me disrespectfully anymore. So I don't know how better I could say that it just feels permanent to me, you know.
Good. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, I try to explain this to people or to my clients, is that we do have layers, and so sometimes when things do come back, it's because we're haven't gotten all the layers yet, and so we work on layers, and then it shifts and shifts and shifts until we get all the layers, and then it becomes permanent. But you have to get all the layers. Have you experienced some layers and some of the healings that we've done?
I have with some of my pain, like within my right hand. We had to do 2 sessions on that, so we dissipated the pain considerably in one session, and I just felt a little bit still there. And physically, all I could do was take away the pain for a little while, for like a day or something. But after I left that second session, it's just like it's gone. It's like
It was completely gone the second time. Right?
yeah, exactly. And with the hip and the knee, I feel like this session. This is the second session of the second layer that we took off, that I just feel like I could go for a run now. It's just, it's a very different feeling, you know, and it's hard for me to believe that a spiritual session did this. I always felt like it's all physical.
It's all physical, yeah.
Yeah, but then you think, you know, when you die, what do you have? Do you have a spirit, or do you just have a brain? Your brain dies, so where do you go? And so that didn't link with me until I realized, well, you have the spiritual part, so you have to fix that, right? Because your spirit is before your body. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this movie by Wayne Dyer recently, because he actually passed away. It's interesting. He says that every problem has a spiritual cause to it, which has always been my belief. And it's amazing that he actually said that in the movie. I thought, right on, you know. Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So great, yes. So who would you recommend would come to come see me? I mean, who would be healing sessions ideal with me? Who could benefit from what I do?
Well, first of all, you have to be amenable to it. You have to be humbleized to, well, I've already tried all these things, they're not working. But someone who's ready to be healed, to truly be healed, and is ready to put the time and energy in to get it to healing, right? I mean, someone who's thinks that they can fix it all themselves, I don't think is ready. They need to humble themselves and admit that they need someone else to help them. So you have to be ready to be healed.
You have to be ready. Yeah, you have to be open to it. Absolutely. And what kind of issues would you say that this kind of spiritual healing can resolve, or what have you experienced that all resolve for you? I mean, you mentioned pain. The other thing was your work situation or your relationship with your boss. You know, what else?
Well, it's helped me heal trust issues. It's helped build my confidence. Not just trust, it's trust in many ways, like trusting other people to be honorable with me and ethical and have integrity, trusting myself to be able to fix things in my life and to handle my own money and to pick the right man and to have the right vibration to attract the right man, because I've been attracting, you know, the wrong man.
Okay, the wrong man. Okay, yes, we've all done that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much for being here today and doing this interview with me today. That's awesome. I think it'll help other people, you know, being able to understand the whole spiritual healing aspect. I think it's really great. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right.